Hi, my name is Fernanda with 365 Cannabis, and I'm one of our finance consultants. In this video, I'll be giving a brief tutorial on how to process prepayment invoice. Please keep in mind that my screen may look a little different at times, as personalization may vary by user and release. Before starting to use the prepayment function, we must set up posting accounts for prepayments in the general posting setup page. For example, let's say that I need to issue a prepayment invoice to buy maple sugar. I can go to the item card and open the maple syrup one. And if I scroll down into the cost and posting sections, I will see the general product posting group. From here, I can click on the drop down and then select from full list. Upon the ribbon, I can click on the three dots and then set up. This will bring me to the general posting setup page. On the line where the general business posting group is vendor, I can scroll to the right to find the prepayment purchase account. Then I can add the appropriate GL account. Here I'm going to select Prepay Order. If I'm selling this item and I need to issue a prepayment invoice, then on the line when the general business posting group is customer or retail, I can add the sales prepayment account. In this example, I'm going to use deferred revenue for both of them. You may set up a default prepayment percentage for a specific vendor. So we can go to the vendor card and under the Payments Fast tab, I have the prepayment percentage. If I add a prepayment percentage, this will auto-populate on the purchase order or purchase invoice. If choosing not to set a default prepayment percentage for individual vendors, you may enter the prepayment percentage on the purchase order itself. So let's go to the purchase order page. First, you needed to enter a document number in the vendor invoice number field. This field will need to be updated again when you receive the final invoice. If you scroll down in the Prepayment Fast tab, we can choose the prepayment percentage. This is the percentage of the invoice that needs to be prepaid. This will apply to the entire order. And say yes, because I want to update the PO lines. Then you have compress payment. This is useful when you have a PO with multiple lines. Checking this box will compress the prepayment invoice to one line if the prepayment account on the general posting setup is the same for all items and if the items have the same dimensions. Then you have the payment terms code. This is the payment terms for the prepayment invoice. Upon the lines section, you can also add a prepayment column. And then you can manually update this column in case where not all of the lines required a prepayment. You also have the prepayment line amount excluding tax, which in this case is going to be half of the amount of my total PO. On the Actions tab, you can click on Posting and then Prepayment. And you can preview prepayment invoice at prior posting to check the GL entries. So I'm going to debit my prepaid order account and credit accounts payable. Again, just $100, which is half of my total PO. To finalize it, I can go to Actions, Posting, Prepayment, and now post the prepayment invoice. Once the prepayment invoice has been posted, the status of the purchase order will be updated to pending prepayment. A purchase order cannot be changed once a prepayment invoice has been posted. If any adjustments are required on the PO, a prepayment credit memo must be posted first. This will allow for change to the PO cost and quantity. To do that, you need to update the vendor credit memo number in the Prepayment Fast tab. And to post the prepayment credit memo, you can go to Actions, Posting, Prepayment, and then post prepayment credit memo. If no credit memo is required, you can then run a payment journal and apply a payment for the invoice before the items can be received. Once the invoice has been paid, you need to release the order by going to Release and then Release. This will allow you to process the receipt of the items and receive the final invoice. If you'd like to review invoice, prepayments invoice, or credit memos from the purchase order, you can go to Navigate and then select one of the options. Thanks for watching.